welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to bring you another King Kansas movie review right here on YouTube land. Wow, just finished watching probably one of the best movies I would want to say in the MCU. Top 5 if I had to make my list personally, and probably the top 10 in all superhero movies. What the hell am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about this lovely little film, Thor Ragnorok. So it's the third Thor film in the franchise, directed by Taika Waititi himself. Stars Tessa Thompson, Karl Urban, Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk, Anthony Hopkins. Let me see who else is there. Idris Elba, Cate Blanchett as Hela. Probably one of the best villains, I'll tell you that right now. She did such an amazing job. Hiddleston, and of course Chris Hemsworth himself. Oh my God. Anyways, let me start. Well, let me continue with this whole MCU thing. There was a little streak I started again with superhero films reviews Thursday. I'll probably do it for today, Monday, and as well later in the week, Thursday. I'll probably do a couple more. So bear with me. Don't worry, I'll get back to the normal stuff so you guys don't cry on here on YouTube land, because I watch everything. So I'm a big movie fan in general, just not a particular genre. Anyways, let's do a non-spoiler. I apologize for last time I didn't have a non-spoiler on my Avengers Infinity War movie review. I'll try my best to remember this time when I put it all together for all you guys, since you guys are here to hear what the king thinks about particular movies. Chime in, guys. Send me movie reviews. Anyways, Thor Ragnarok. Amazing, amazing, amazing. It basically revitalized the Thor franchise. Thor the Dark World didn't sit well with a lot of people. The first Thor was kind of medium received. Thor needed to go in a different direction, so they got Taika. He brought his amazing knowledge and skill to the film. He added his kind of flair of filmography, humor, action, the way everything is colorful. He brought a living comic book to life. And of course, what did they do? They let good old Chris Hemsworth be himself more in this film. He is a funny actor. He's a funny person in general, and you can see his personality come into this, and it played in very favor for not only us but for the film itself. Storyline is amazing. It grabs you right from the beginning. Rock and roll music there, the humor, what they were grasping at. All the actors that were involved. Tessa Thompson did an amazing job as the little snobbish, stubborn Valkyrie, who kind of fled from there, hiding from her troubles instead of dealing with her personal demons and whatever. So she started to hit the bottle. I'm just going to leave it at that. Anthony Hopkins, great. Oh my God, who else? Tom Hiddleston himself, mischievous of all. Do you trust him, not trust him? So he's back to his old ways in this. Kind of gets confronted at the beginning of him, kicking out his father. Anthony Hopkins reprises his role. Karl Urban is the executioner that you'll see later in the film, kind of like Hela's henchman. Now let's talk about Hela, because in my opinion, this is who helped solidify this movie as the top 3, possibly top 5 in the MCU. I think she is Cate Blanchett. Brought all her acting chops to this role. She really bought into it. She didn't sell out and just kind of showed up and just didn't give a rat's butt. She totally got what the role was about. She took on the persona of Hela, Thor's older sister. So that's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer. You kind of revealed all over the place. She is probably, oh my God, the best. From her kick butt scenes that you'll see in the film, to see how powerful she is. Thor needed an adversary, and they got it in Hela. She took out a lot of people. Oh my God, and she also looked good. Great acting chops. Villain was the villain. Graphics, special effects, the usual. Taika, more colors, more vibrancy. Jeff Goldblum as the Grandmaster. Oh my God. And then of course you've seen in the trailer, and by now it's going to be a little spoilers, Gladiator Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. So that arena scene itself, phenomenal. But anyway, so overall, it is a must-see if you're a big fan of any of the MCU films. You got to see this. This is what sets up the next 2 or 3 big films that we get, and of this new Thor with the haircut and everything. Wow. It is phenomenal. I highly recommend it. Go get your butts on your own couches. Buy the damn thing like I did. Got to get it in 4K. That was my mistake. I didn't get into 4K because I didn't have a 4K player or TV. But I will definitely revisit, buy and spend the extra $40 just to get 4K. But I highly recommend it. Okay. Spoilers. I'm just going to get into some of the amazing details because you guys pretty much know the film inside out. Holy crap. That gladiatorial fight between Thor with his new haircut and Gladiator Hulk coming out and literally laying into each other. You actually seen a kick-ass fight. Holy crap. Jeff Goldblum, phenomenal. Over the top, eccentric, playing himself basically, but adding his flair to the Grandmaster and make it elevated to another level that you're kind of like, okay, we've seen this before, like in Aquaman and stuff with the fight between Orm and Aquaman, but this you actually see the two, because we've seen Hulk and Thor fighting in the first Avengers and they kind of had a little bit of a beef, but amazing. Tessa Thompson, amazing. I love the way she was like poking fun at Thor in a sense and kind of like, oh, who are you kind of thing, you're just a nobody. When she gets really involved and when Loki touches her forehead and you kind of see the battle of the Valkyries between Hela and the Valkyries and what went down, that's probably one of the best cinematic, maybe 30 seconds I've seen in any MCU film ever. Such detail. You can just pause and fast forward and watch that alone. That sells you, like the mythology and the lore. Cate Blanchett, oh my god, as Hela, probably the best MCU villain ever. Even more than Thanos, because Thanos we got a little bit here and there later. But her, she took the role and ran with it, man. She was one badass bitch. Let's just say that. You didn't want to mess. She kicked Thor's ass all over the place. She was in a formidable foe. She took his eye out, for God's sakes. Brought the level of the whole movie one notch higher. Like, she wasn't there just to kind of show up. She didn't sell out. She bought into the role. She embodied Hela, and my god, every time she was on the screen, you were mesmerized by her. Fighting scenes, taking out a whole entire army. Her rotates, flips, and fighting. She was ferocious. Let's just say, cracking his hammer, shocking the hell out of everybody. That was a holy shit moment in the theater. Anthony Hopkins, you knew he was going to bite the big one, and Thor would have to step up. Thor's new look, his new persona, his new character, him being more funnier. Taika's take, like, wow, he literally, I guess, brought Thor back to the front, because I'm telling you, Thor, the franchise, where his solo movies was kind of going downhill, especially after the Dark World, that disaster in a so-so part one to some people. Loved the first Thor. Second was not bad, a little weak at times, but this one totally. If you were gonna jump ship from not being a Thor fan and also Chris Hemsworth, this got you back on board. Amazing, the executioner, the fight scenes, the dog, Hulk talking, that kind of surprised a lot of people. It ruined it in the trailer, which kind of sucked. It would have been amazing, but they kind of have banter back and forth. The way everything tied in well. Surtur, the big stupid devil thing coming up and actually destroying the place, and then at the end of it, in the post-credit scenes, you see Thanos show up in his ship, and you know he's going to wreck shop, because what happens or goes down? Thanos decimates the whole entire fleet. You know, but yeah, Korg was great. Taika Waititi as Korg was funny. He had his funny little dry humor. His Korg, that's what Taika is, right? But the acting was amazing. Storyline, the get-go, the rock and roll music, the special effects, like everything. It was probably good flow in the movie. Good story from the beginning to end. You were left on your seat. It was 2 hours long, but it didn't feel like 2 hours. It felt like 30 minutes, basically. That's how good the pacing of the movie was. But it's probably I would honest to God say, either top 3 or top 5 MCU films, and it makes my top 10 superhero films of all time easily in my personal list. You know, but overall thoughts, loved it. I give it 2 thumbs up. Definitely recommend it to all you guys. If you haven't seen it, if you're a big Chris Hemsworth fan, if you're a Taika fan from watching Jojo Rabbit and all that crap, check him out here. He did a phenomenal job. He's returning to Thor Love and Thunder, a 4th one, so it's really his 2nd movie, but I'm so riveted to see what he's going to bring in that, and Natalie Portman's returning. We know we're going to get a female Thor, so I'm glad to see where he's going to take Thor in the next journey of his stage of his life or his career in the MCU. It's going to be phenomenal. So anyways, guys, those are my thoughts and review of Thor Ragnarok. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think? Did you like it? Is it one of your top 5 films? Your best favorite film? And I won't blame you if you said it was. But I totally get it. And this is an important, pivotal film because the Russos jump on after with Captain America. Then you got those 2 big Infinity War Endgame. So this kind of leads into that. And I guess different direction in the MCU, but this is a quick pivotal role and an amazing movie. I highly recommend it. I give it a thumbs up. Get your butts in there. And like always, guys, check out my other movie reviews on the Movie Throne. Check out my other King Kansas movie reviews, my TV reviews, and be patient. Podcast is coming. I'm just going to leave it at that. You're going to love it 100%. So anyways, the King is done. Got to go watch another movie so I can post that perhaps later today, Monday, or possibly even Thursday. You know me, love movies, I'll watch anything. So until then, be the hell good, stay off the King's Throne, and I will see you very soon. And go watch Thor Ragnarok. Take it easy.